Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is me, Miss Aisha Manzoor, and you are watching my channel Chemistry Solutions. So today in this lesson, you people are going to learn about the technique that is called as chromatography. So you people will learn how we will perform this chromatography technique during the experiment. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I am going to teach you what basically chromatography is, how we are going to perform this experiment. For this experiment, we use this pencil and scale. First of all, after 1 centimeter, we will mark a line with pencil. Okay. After marking this line with pencil, I will put a spot on this line. This line is called as baseline. So on this, I will start to mark 1 point to identify the separation of the color. So in order to check either it is a mixture or a pure substance, what we are going to see, we are going to identify different colors on it. I will mark this point on it. After this, I will put this page and place it on the chromatography apparatus. After setting this paper like this, we will start our experiment. I will use this and I will pour some liquid in it. So this is the paper through which we have adjusted on the tube. Now we are going to place it here, but before we are going to place it, we are going to use solvent. Solvent level should be below this baseline. Solvent level should be below this baseline. Now we are going to dip this. Solvent will start to move up. It starts and So now we are going to do a question from the specimen paper, that is 2023, in which the question is given that the plant leaves contain a mixture of colored substances. Plan an experiment to find the RF values of the colored substances present in the plant leaves. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the RF value of the colored substances in the plant leaves. Your plan should describe the use of common laboratory apparatus, plant leaves, sand, ethanol as the solvent, and absorbent paper. You may draw a diagram to help answer the question. So before I am going to solve this question on this paper, first of all, I would like to tell you what basically chromatography technique is and how we will perform this experiment. Now in the first step, what we will do in this chromatography technique, we will have some of the leaves. We will crush and grind the plant leaves. Then after crushing and grinding of the leaves, then what we will do, we will decant and pour off filtered liquid. So first step of our is, okay, first we will write this is the chromatography technique. We will cut, grind or crush plant leaves. After crushing plant leaves, we will mix it with sand and ethanol. So after mixing sand and ethanol, as you know that with leaves there is sand and there is ethanol. We will decant. Decant means we will pour all of the liquids. Like as you people wash the rice and after washing the rice will left behind and water will be poured off. So we will pour off the liquid, then draw a line with pencil near the bottom of the paper. apply this extract after crushing and pouring of the liquid, the extract which will remain afterwards, we will take that and then we will place it in solvent. So here till here we will place that solvent on the chromatography paper, then allow the solvent to travel up. This is our chromatography setup. How we will do this experiment. This is our chromatography paper. This is the spot of mixture what we have applied here. Very small we applied, but after the absorbing the water, it will expand. This is the spot, and on baseline we will our solvent level should be below. This is our baseline, and this is our baseline, and this is our solvent level. Solvent level will be below this baseline, so this point will be expand and move up. So all of the spots will be formed above the solvent level. If it is going to form so many spots on the chromatogram, then we will say that mixture is impure. Here are so many spots, so mixture is impure or contains so many pigments. It is used to check the purity of the substance as well. So this is the way through which we will use the solvent. This spot should be soluble in this solvent. It may be any organic solvent and it may be any of the solvent, any water. It may be any organic solvent and it may be water. So we will use this chromatography technique. Now how we will draw this diagram in the paper. So now we have to draw the diagram to show the technique, that is the chromatography. First of all, what we will do, we will make a chromatogram . First of all, we will mark the line that is with pencil. This one is our baseline, and the level of ethanol or your solvent should be below the, so we will write it here. This is the level of ethanol or solvent level. Then after that we will draw the straight line over there. Another line is here, and this one is our solvent front. So here we will put the mark. We will take our extract and place it over here, and we will check how many. What we will check? We have checked the colored substances and their RF values. So what we will do, for example, it is going to form one spot here, one spot here, or one is here. We can calculate the RF value for each as well. So how we are going to perform, it is going to be asked in the question that you people must know what is the RF value. So we have to write the RF value as well. This is the baseline. This is the baseline, and these are the spots which we have got after the on the chromatogram. Spots, colored spots. If these spots are not colored, then in that case we use the locating agent that locate the colorless spots on the chromatogram. So now what we have to do, we have to calculate the RF value. Distance from the baseline towards the solvent front. So this is the way through which you have to measure the RF value. For example, I have to measure the RF value of all of three spots, or I will point it here. For example, I will measure it here. It is 5.1 centimeter, 5.1 centimeter, and here this point is 6.1 centimeter. So this is the scale which we are going to use. Centimeter we will use, but so now we have to calculate the RF value. RF value is equal to, distance traveled by the substance, distance traveled by the substance divided by distance traveled by the solvent, by the solvent. So RF value is going to be calculated by these values. So here is the value which we have taken, that is the 5.1, distance traveled by the substance 5.1 divided by 6.1 centimeter and centimeter. Both of these centimeter will be cancelled out, and let me get the answer. After dividing 5.1 and 5.2 and 6.1, what will be the answer? So after dividing 5.1 by 6.1, we have got this answer 0.83. So this is our RF value. So now come back towards this marking key. Have we answered accordingly? Chromatography is a technique. Yes. Cut and grind crushed plant leaves with sand and ethanol. Decant, pour or filter the liquid. That liquid, we will take the dip from that liquid and put it on the baseline, which will be drawn by the pencil. Apply extract on paper. Place paper in solvent, that is our ethanol in this case. Allow the solvent to travel up the paper. Mark the solvent front. RF value is equal to distance traveled by the substance divided by this is distance traveled by the solvent. So this is the end of this technique, that is the chromatography. I hope so that you people have learned it very well. So if you have learned even a single word, then so don't forget to subscribe my channel. Signing off, Miss Aisha Manzoor.